I can't shake the feeling that Monday, May 4, is not going to begin with a simple visit or a harmless conversation. It seems like one small knock on Jordan's door could open the kind of secret that everyone in Port Charles has been trying to keep buried. Brooke Lynn may walk in believing she can control herself, believing she can offer concern, maybe even comfort, but I have a feeling Jordan will see something else. I think Jordan's going to notice the hesitation, the guilt, the way Brooke Lynn's words do not quite match her face. And if that happens, this visit could become much more dangerous than Brooke Lynn ever expected. I know the current thread has already made it clear that Jordan's accident is not just another random incident drifting through town. There is something heavy around it, something unfinished. Brooke Lynn's possible connection to it makes everything feel even more unstable. It could be that Brooke Lynn only knows part of the truth. It could be that she was involved without understanding the full damage at the time. But there is a strong chance that her guilt is not just fear. It may be memory. It may be panic. It may be the awful realization that what she thought was a mistake could turn into something much darker if Jordan starts asking the right questions. And that is where things get dangerous, because Jordan is not someone who needs a full confession to understand what is being hidden from her. I think she will read Brooke Lynn before Brooke Lynn even understands she has exposed herself. If Brooke Lynn slips, even in the smallest way, it could mean Jordan begins connecting pieces that were never meant to be placed together. Maybe Brooke Lynn does not say she caused the accident. Maybe she does not even come close to admitting it directly. But if she says too much, or reacts too strongly, or tries too hard to be innocent, that could be enough. Sometimes in Port Charles, silence does more damage than a confession. What makes this even more tense is that no one expected Brooke Lynn to become the weak point. Everyone may have been looking elsewhere, waiting for a bigger villain, a clearer motive, a dramatic reveal. But no one would have guessed that a visit filled with guilt could become the thing that shifts the entire story. The truth may be far more complicated than a simple accident, and if Jordan senses that, I believe she will not let it go. She may not confront Brooke Lynn immediately. She may pretend she missed it. But I think Jordan will begin watching, and once Jordan starts watching, secrets do not stay safe for long. At the same time, Jocelyn may be playing a game that is far more dangerous than she realizes. Her request for Brennan to stay quiet about what she said feels like the kind of moment that only sounds small on the surface. I keep wondering what exactly she revealed, and there is a strong chance that she gave Brennan just enough information to make him suspicious, but not enough to guide him directly to the truth. If Jocelyn hinted that Carly was with another man, then that alone would be enough to pull Brennan toward Carly's house. He would not need a name. He would only need the feeling that something was being kept from him. But the twist is that the man Jocelyn may have been pointing toward is Valentin. And if Valentin really was hiding in Carly's attic, then this entire situation becomes explosive. Brennan is not just curious about Carly's personal life. He's connected to something much bigger, and Valentin is not just some inconvenient secret. Valentin is a fugitive, a threat, and possibly one of Brennan's most dangerous enemies. It seems like Jocelyn may not have said Valentin's name directly, and that might be the only reason Carly's secret survives this first wave. But if Brennan goes to Carly's house and finds nothing, that does not mean he will believe nothing is there. I think Brennan will feel the trap even if he cannot see the bait. He may realize that Jocelyn gave him a version of the truth wrapped in misdirection. This could mean that after leaving Carly's place, he will circle back to Jocelyn with sharper questions. He may not know Valentin is involved, but he could know he was manipulated. And Brennan does not strike me as the kind of man who forgets that. If Jocelyn thought she could control what he suspected, she may soon learn that giving a dangerous man half a secret is worse than giving him the whole thing. Valentin's timing may be the one thing that saves Carly for now. It seems like he could have left the attic just before Brennan arrived, and if that is true, then the entire secret survives by seconds. But I do not believe this is simple luck. Maybe Valentin sensed danger. Maybe he already knew Brennan was getting close. Maybe Carly's house was never as safe as it looked. There is a strong chance that Valentin left because he had his own mission, one that matters even more than staying hidden. His visit to Anna may not be emotional, nostalgia, or desperate trust. It could be strategic. It could be a move made because he believes Anna has something that could expose Cullum, and possibly Sidwell too. And if Anna really has evidence, then everything changes. I keep thinking that Valentine is not just running from capture. He may be trying to decide who deserves to be destroyed first. Cullum may be one piece. Sidwell may be another. Brennan may be the wild card standing between all of them. The truth may be far more complicated than anyone wants to admit, because Valentine could be hiding from the law while also holding the key to a much larger crime. That makes him guilty and useful at the same time, which is exactly the kind of position that makes Port Charles dangerous. Then there is Sonny, and I think his patience with Brennan may finally be gone. Sonny wants answers about Jason, and what he is not getting is almost worse than bad news. No sentence, no location, no real confirmation of where Jason is being held or what is being done to him. I can imagine Sonny hearing nothing but official silence, and that silence would feel like an insult. It could mean Brennan does not know. It could mean Brennan knows and refuses to say. It could mean the WSB is hiding Jason for reasons that go beyond protocol. Any one of those possibilities would be enough to push Sonny closer to a line he cannot afford to cross. But Sonny may also be trapped. If he attacks Brennan, threatens him, or loses control too publicly, Brennan could use that as a weapon. Brennan is not just another enemy standing in Sonny's territory. He is a high-ranking WSB figure, and that gives him protection Sonny cannot ignore forever. There is a strong chance that Sonny has to let him go, not because he wants to, but because keeping him would create an even bigger problem. And that may be exactly what Brennan is counting on. He may want Sonny angry, he may want him reckless, he may want Sonny to make one mistake that can be used to cage him, while Jason remains unreachable. Meanwhile, Britt's situation with Cassius feels like a secret folding in on itself. Cassius thanking her for warning him about the danger around Jocelyn does not feel comforting to me. It feels like the kind of gratitude that comes with a threat hidden underneath it. He may thank her, but he may also remind her that betrayal has consequences. And the most disturbing part is that Britt may not have the freedom to choose the right side. Cassius may be her brother, even if he is moving through town under the shadow of Nathan's name. That emotional tie alone could pull Britt toward him, but I think there is more. He may know something about her, something she cannot let out. This could mean Britt is not protecting Cassius because she trusts him. She may be protecting him because he holds a piece of her life in his hands. If that secret comes out, it could destroy her place in the story before she gets a chance to explain herself. And if Cassius is dangerous, then Britt's loyalty becomes a ticking clock. She may want to warn others. She may want to stop him. But if he can expose her, or hurt someone she still loves, she may stay silent longer than she should. That silence could cost someone dearly. Brick's return adds another layer that feels too deliberate to ignore. After seeing Jordan, he may move into a new mission, and it seems like Sonny could send him after Sidwell. That would make sense, especially if Sidwell is becoming a larger threat connected to Valentine, Anna, and whatever evidence may exist. But I also think Brick's role with Ethan may be just as important. Ethan is new inside the Corinthos world, and that means he needs guidance. But guidance may not be the real reason Brick is watching him. Rick's warning about Ethan may have reached Sonny in a way Sonny cannot dismiss. It could be that Sonny wants Ethan trained, but it is just as possible that Sonny wants Ethan tested. Brick may be there to teach him, yes, but also to measure him, pressure him, and see what cracks appear. Ethan could be loyal. Ethan could be useful. But there is a strong chance that someone is using him, or that he is hiding a reason for joining Sonny's circle that has not been revealed yet. If Brick catches even one strange move, Ethan's position could collapse fast. And then there is Trina and Kai. Their discovery may look separate at first, but I do not think it is. If what they find connects to Willow, or more likely to Drew, then they may be stepping directly into a danger they do not understand. Drew's world has become full of manipulation, ambition, and emotional damage, and anyone digging around near him could uncover something he does not want exposed. Trina and Kai may believe they are following a clue, maybe even trying to help someone. But what if the clue leads them to proof? What if it leads them to someone watching them? What if Drew is not the only person who has something to lose? I think Monday may be less about answers and more about pressure. Jordan may sense Brooklyn's guilt. Brennan may sense Jocelyn's deception. Sonny may sense the WSB is hiding Jason. Britt may sense Cassius is tightening his grip. Brick may sense Ethan is not fully clean. Trina and Kai may sense they have found something they were never meant to find. Every storyline seems to be moving toward the same feeling. Someone knows too much, someone is saying too little, and someone else is about to make a mistake. But the question that stays with me is not who is guilty, it is who will break first. Will Brooklyn confess before Jordan uncovers the truth herself? Will Brennan figure out Valentin was inside Carly's house before Carly can protect him again? Will Sonny's rage over Jason finally give Brennan the excuse he needs? Will Britt betray Cassius, or will Cassius force her deeper into his lie? And if Trina and Kai really have found something connected to Drew, could their discovery place them in danger before they even understand what they are holding?